Hi, I'm John Read, the Tai Chi instructor here at the Central Citrus Community Center. Today we're going to be going over the basics of Tai Chi, which is a Chinese form of meditation and or martial arts. I like to say that it's easy to do, but it's very hard to learn. It takes repeated exposure to it. The art and martial art basically came from China anywhere from 800 to 1200 years ago. Nobody really seems to know. And it was developed because villages in China were routinely raided by bandits. One village didn't have a good harvest, so they figured, well, we'll just go over and rob it from these guys. And they got tired of doing that, so they developed Tai Chi as a form of self-defense. And then over the centuries, it has become a form of stylized meditation. But at its heart, it's similar to Japanese jiu-jitsu. It's developed for in-close fighting. But if you don't know that, you don't have to use it. So it's rather meditative in that the movements are slow, and they're slow because you want to build up muscle memory. The movements all have meaning, and in our classes, we go over some of those things to help clarify it for people. We have 2 classes per week. On Tuesday, which is today, we're going to go over parts of the form. The entire form is 108 moves long. That sounds like a lot, and it is. But what I've done is I've separated it into about 6 or 7 acts. So we can chop off a piece like repel monkeys, we'll just do that. Or chop off another piece and move hands like clouds or kicks. So you don't have to digest the entire thing at one time. On Fridays, we take an individual move, let's say like brush knee, which is kind of like this. And we just practice that one move. That way people can get familiar with it, so when we're doing the form and I call out brush knee, everybody will understand, brush knee, okay, that's what we're doing now. So when we do the form, I will call out the moves as we go along, because it's very easy to get lost. When I'm doing it at home, sometimes I'll get lost around move 60-something. I'll float off and I'll think about my coffee boiling, and next thing I know, I'm lost. I gotta start over. So that's what it is. It's easy to do, it's very meditative, it's very physical. You'll actually break a sweat doing this. I love it. I love doing it. A lot of people come in thinking, oh, Tai Chi, I'll come in for an hour and I'll walk out and I'm going to know Tai Chi. No, you're not. You're going to learn a very few things, and I'll guarantee you, by the time you walk out to your car, you will have forgotten everything. And you'll have to come back in the next move, and that's how I snare you in. You have to keep coming. This is not a one-time shot. It's hard to do. It's hard to learn, but easy to do once you learn it. I'm at the point where when I do the form, I can just kind of float through it. Should we do the form? Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do the first opening 17 moves of the Tai Chi set. And what this does, this is Yang style Tai Chi for you YouTubers out there. Just type in Y-A-N-G and there will be millions of them. And you'll see that there are all kinds of variations. So what we're doing, my interpretation of it basically, which is very similar to what you will see anywhere in the world. It's the most commonly used form of Tai Chi, Yang. There's dozens of others. We're going to do the first 17 moves, which I call the opening series. And what it does is it introduces people to the basic movements that occur throughout the form. You'll see these things happening repeatedly. And then you'll start to see patterns, because humans, we love patterns. And so we're going to start doing that now. You guys ready? All right. So first we put our feet together, hands at our sides, and we salute. This is just a courtesy to all the people who developed this. All right, feet apart, hands down, opening of Tai Chi. Take a nice deep breath before we go. All right, open. This is also called lifting clouds or lifting water. Sink down. This is about where you want to be throughout the form. Turn, ward off, step up, 45 degrees, ward off. Step up to grasp bird's tail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Push. Now we come into single whip. Single whip. Good. Now step up and raise hands. Shoulder bump. That's the unofficial title for getting into white stork spreads wings. Now we're going to be going this way. Brush knee, left. Step up, half step, brush knee, strong pas. Set up, step out, brush knee, left. Lean back, twist step, set up, step through, brush knee, right. Lean back, twist step, set up, step through, brush knee, left. Half step, strum pas. All right, set up, step out, brush knee, left. Lean back, twist step, step through to 2 o'clock, chop with fist, step through, deflect, parry, punch, appear to close entrance, turn for cross hands. And that's the end of the first 17 moves. It goes on from there. Like I said, this takes a long time. What appears to be simple is really very complex. Every single movement has many parts and you have to keep up with what's going on. Thank you for joining me today. If you're interested in learning more about the ancient art of Tai Chi or any other activities here, contact the Central Citrus Community Center. Thank you.